Dutchess County is a large suburban and rural county comprising 841 square miles, which includes the Hudson River. It is the Dutchess County Sheriff's Office's mission to keep our county free of crime. The mission of the Law Enforcement Division of the Dutchess County Sheriff's Office is to enforce city, town and village ordinances, the state laws of New York, maintain peace and order in the county, protect property and the personal safety of its citizens, and generally assist citizens in varied situations.
October 24, 2023. Red Hook man arrested for fentanyl possession. Police allege his operation was a pipeline to move opioids into Dutchess County. Police have arrested Red Hook resident Sean W. Phillips on charges of possessing and intending to sell fentanyl, a deadly opioid commonly found in counterfeit pain relief pills mimicking oxycodone. Phillips, 40, was arrested Friday afternoon at his home in the town of Red Hook. Following a months-long investigation by the Dutchess County Drug Task Force and the County Sheriff's Detective Bureau, he was charged with criminal possession of a controlled substance, in this case fentanyl, in the third degree with intent to sell the drug. Phillips was arraigned in the town of Hyde Park Justice Court and is being held in the Dutchess County Jail without bail, according to a public release from the task force. Police have not disclosed Phillips's address or how much fentanyl and money they seized from him. Police allege Phillips was running a sprawling drug-dealing operation responsible for selling a significant quantity of counterfeit light blue 30 mg oxycodone pills containing fentanyl across Dutchess County. His operation, they claim, served as a pipeline to transport the opioids into the county. But police have not released any details on who else might be involved in Phillips's alleged drug-dealing network. The local arrest comes amid a county-wide crackdown on fentanyl dealing. Just last week, the Dutchess County Drug Task Force issued a public warning urging county residents to be on the lookout for counterfeit pain pills sold as oxycodone. The popular prescription drug, OxyContin, is a brand name for the same opioid. And in September, the task force said it seized over 2,000 such counterfeit pills. Like oxycodone and morphine, fentanyl is a synthetic opioid that is prescribed as a pain relief medication and administered through a shot, arm patch, or lozenge. But a powdered form of the substance, which is roughly 50 times more potent than morphine, has become a popular street drug and is often found mixed with cocaine or heroin. According to the National Institute of Drug Abuse, the agency says that synthetic opioids like fentanyl are found to be present in the majority of drug overdose deaths nationwide. Last year, the Dutchess County Drug Task Force reported more than 100 drug overdose deaths. Fentanyl overdoses, they said, represented an overwhelming number of those cases. Legally prescribed opioids like OxyContin also account for a staggering amount of overdose deaths. In 2020, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, reported that 44 people die each day from prescription opioid overdoses. This March, the Sackler family, the billionaire owners of Purdue Pharma, the maker of OxyContin, reached a $6 billion settlement with 9 state attorneys general for deceptively marketing the drug and misleading doctors and regulators over its addictiveness. In August of this year, some of the nation's largest pharmacies, CVS, Walgreens, and Walmart, were ordered by a federal judge to pay $650 million to 2 Ohio counties for distributing huge amounts of opioids to those communities. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, says the opioid crisis has led to at least 500,000 deaths nationwide since 1999. June 29, 2023. Dutchess Drug Task Force seizes several ounces of crack cocaine. In recent months, the Dutchess County Drug Task Force has been hard at work making numerous busts and arresting numerous individuals in connection with the sale of illegal drugs throughout the county. This latest investigation centered around the sale of crack cocaine in Dutchess County area, which in recent months has been linked in numerous cases to the powerful drug fentanyl. According to the press release from the Dutchess County Sheriff's Office, officers obtained a search warrant and subsequently conducted a raid on a Dutchess County residence on Fox Terrace in the city of Poughkeepsie. Upon execution of the search warrant at the residence, Drug Task Force officials and officers from the Sheriff's Department seized more than 5 ounces of crack cocaine that was packaged and ready for potential sale. Officers also made the arrest of a suspect at the residence. 45-year-old Edward C. Jackson Jr., For starters, it must be mentioned that the arrest of Mr. Jackson at this time does mean that he is guilty of the crime. The charges against him at this time are accusations, and as such he will have the opportunity to defend himself in a court of law. The formal charges against Mr. Jackson is criminal possession of a controlled substance in the second degree. This crime is a Class A2 felony charge. In New York State, this felony charge is considered one of the most serious crimes in New York's penal code. The maximum potential penalty for this crime, if found guilty, could be a sentence of life in prison. A minimum sentence for this crime would be anywhere between 3 to 8 years behind bars. As is the case with determining sentencing, numerous factors can play a role. For example, prior criminal history, if a history exists, would play a huge factor in determining length of sentence.
Equality before the law, also known as equality under the law. Equality in the eyes of the law, legal equality, or legal egalitarianism, is the principle that all people must be equally protected by the law. The rule of law is a political ideal that all citizens and institutions within a country, state, or community are accountable to the same laws, including lawmakers and leaders. It is sometimes stated simply as no one is above the law.